Hey gang, Joyce here with Skip and Kev's Farms. I just did a video a couple hours ago about weed eating, and I'm still weed eating, but I am almost done. If you look, all of that has been done, and this right here is all I have left to go. So why am I taking a minute to stop and take a video? Well, I'll tell you. One of the things I love about working on my land and improving the quality of my soil and working 18 hours a day like a dog, not getting paid nothing, is the little serendipities and the little jigsaw puzzles. I love jigsaw puzzles. And so, just a minute ago, I came up on this. Now, I'm no flora specialist. You know, I don't know a whole lot about plants. But as I look up, that looks a whole lot like those corn plants over there. And so in looking kind of close, that is in a little burnout spot. When I first started moving the sheepfold around, I did not pick up the concentrated portions of manure. And if you look right over here, that's the gate right there. This is where I would have had the sheepfold when the sheep first moved here. When they first moved here for the first few days, I had grain available to try and get them behave. So it would not totally surprise me if one of those doggone little pieces of corn didn't fall on the ground and germinate. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Then I'm moving up here, and I'm weed eating away, and I'm weed eating away, and I'm weed eating away, and I come up on this. And what is this? This is 2 pieces of warm season grass that are kind of crowding out a cold season grass, a cool season grass, because it's just not getting the sunlight. It's not going to kill it, it's just going to scrunch it back a little bit. But you see something like that, and hey, listen, gang, I was born and raised a city girl. I don't have any control over that. But what I do have control over are my thoughts. The book I read says, bring all your thoughts captive to Christ. I try to do that as best I can. So, while I'm out here working, I'm not listening to bebopper music or anything like that. I'm trying to pay attention to what my land is showing me, because nature is the master teacher. She's the only one who's got everything already figured out. So when I come across a little something like that, I'm going, well, I wonder what this is all about. And I'll come back and I'll check on it. You know, next time I walk over in this area, I'll come over and look and just kind of see what's going on. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. You know, you got to be a geek like me to find something like that interesting. But that's also one of the reasons why I have every intention of succeeding here on my property. Even though the soil, I just got my soil test results back, and they weren't very encouraging from a standpoint of already being perfect. They were encouraging in terms of I've got 3.5% carbon here. When I moved here, my land looked like strawberry blonde. Here, let me show you. Everything that was uncovered, you know, or if you dug down, or if you had anthills, still have a little bit of that, but most of the anthills now do not dig into this kind of strawberry blonde. I still have a lot of rocks because I got a creek right there. So all of this is what they call, in the fancy vernacular, fluvial deposits. So you're going to get channels of gravel and rock, just like you do inside the creek bed itself. When the water moves on, the rocks sit there, and then you get lenses and lines of that kind of change in your soil. But now when I dig most of the time, I don't come up with that strawberry blonde. I'll come up with almost like a dark iced tea or a light colored tea. It's brown with a red tinge. It's not dark like coffee, but when it's wet, it will be. When it's wet, it gets real dark. So, just kind of encouraged. Yeah, I still got foxtail. Haven't gotten to this area. I'm right up there. So, with that, gang, I will get back to work and hope you enjoy these kind of little things. You know, I know so many people who are so busy, they wouldn't take just a couple of minutes to go back and look at that piece of corn. They just either cut it off or just keep going on by. And man, stop and think. That's the spice of life. What you talking about, Joyce? Well, it's real simple, you know. If you don't have any salt and pepper in your food, if you don't have any spice in your food, it is really, really bland. It's almost hard to eat. But with just a little bit of salt or a little bit of pepper or a little bit of oregano or whatever, it changes the whole character of the meal. Well, you just take a minute or two during the day and go, hey, check this out. I wonder what. It changes the whole demeanor of your day. And so with that, gang, I will wish you blessings for the day. And whatever you do, just keep chasing the dream.